I'm, excuse me, Margaret in Windsor, and I realize I don't have much light, so I don't know if this will go up. I'm pretty sick at the moment, have been really sick. Anyway, I wanted to put this up because when Facebook a few days ago was supposed to have been hacked by all those the mass hacking, I was one of them that they logged out, and I had a heck of a time getting back in. Now, remember, I'm turning all this over to Facebook because I can't get an attorney. I put it up on, as I am now with YouTube. It's my only source of getting a record of what's happened to me and my parents and children and country. I'm British. I'm English. I was born there. I'm Margaret in Windsor. I found out my father is Edward VIII, and I found out, and it's been, if you put someone up, the law would work and start locking them up before they die. There's plenty here in this country that know who I am. It's legit, my kidnapping, all of it. Point I'm making here, though, I'm getting away from, I've had trouble the last couple of days getting back on. And I'm turning this over to Facebook, and I didn't know that Mark Zuckerberg, I hope I got his name right, because mine's been totally destroyed, and my father's and mom's and children. Uh, so there's got to be a coming to the end of this mess, I feel. The Illuminati's your global government out in New York City. That's where they've got the headquarters. The United Nations, and is up there, Rockefeller Plaza. You see up on the door, over the door, inside the newsroom when Lester Holt gives the news, NBC News at night. So Rockefeller, I mean, it's right in your face. And here I'm trying to tell about it, and I'm so sick right at the moment. I have been. But I've tried to get back on Facebook today just to make sure it was okay. And by the way, somebody told me to go there. I got a message to go there. And when I got there, there's a person in the UK who's been very friends to me. And I won't get into that because that's, I don't want to hurt her or anything. She's a nice lady. Um, anyway, I tried to view the YouTube on there that was put up for me to see about Meghan and Harry and something else. I tried to get the video and the whole friggin' thing locked up. It's not just that, it's certain things on Facebook that lock my phone down. So I know this is going to scare the heck out of everybody. Everybody should be afraid because it's just not me in this mess. There's a mess going on, and maybe it's gone way too far. I don't know. But anyway, I can't get back into my Facebook now. It locked down. It wouldn't, it stopped on YouTube when I tried to view it. It just stopped, locked down. I can't get back into it right now. It's certain things it locks down on. I put up about, and it's on my timeline, about Elizabeth, the horses. Someone made me aware of that video. It's Horses and Hounds or Hounds and Horses. It's Elizabeth's 12 or 15 favorite horses. And her number one horse was Peggy, given to her by the illegal friggin' George the Sixth. People should be ashamed. They should be after that bunch of thugs that are working for the Illuminati. Queen of the World, that's what was on HBO last night, her, and that was the thing that it said, Queen of the World. Well, she represents the Illuminati. So I got news for you. If Great Britain is paying her salary, she's representing the Illuminati that kidnapped me and took down my father, the real monarchs. Now then, when I put that up, I think I tried to put it up while it was first locked down and all this was going on. I believe I'm correct, a few days ago. Anyway, supposedly it was intermittently fixed my YouTube and all that. Well, when I go back to that, I finally got that put up, whether it was before or after. It was after. Okay, when I go to my timeline and try to punch it in, man, the phone goes off. My whole phone goes off. Not just Facebook, my friggin' phone goes off. Now then, this has happened several times. And Zuckerman is the grandson of Rockefeller, the people that kidnapped me, Illuminati. So here you've got me, that they've kidnapped and taken down my father. And they've got me trying to tell this whole thing. I can't get an attorney, so I'm putting it up on YouTube and Facebook for years and years, since 2012. And I'm turning it right back over to the people that kidnapped me. Well, they've got one bunch of power. So now then, the thing is, why my phone? Okay, and why the trouble I'm having at certain posts I've done, uploads, like when I was telling about the hounds and the horses, Elizabeth's favorite. This gets into the name that her own father, the illegal George VI, that helped take down his own brother, sold out his country, and Elizabeth has remained the same. The illegal, the fake monarchy. They're a bunch of crooks. There's no word for them. They should be in jail instead of flaunting what they've stolen. Now, I uploaded that. And so she was 4 years old. This is before, I think she was 15, about 15 when I was kidnapped in 41. I believe I'm right. So that would have made her, what, about 13 when I was born. She knows all of this. They all do. About my father being taken down illegally, married to my mom, never married Wallace Simpson. She married a double. All lies, taking down of a beautiful, wonderful man, and look what they've done to him, character assassination. They didn't have to blow his guts out like they've done a lot of other heads of state, and look what they've done to me and my children if it's ever told. Anyway, back to this. Is certain things like that, and Elizabeth's horse, that her number one horse was named Peggy. Well, I don't know exactly what year. I'd have to go back and see when she was born. I think I did. But my point is that the name was Peggy. Her dad gave him his horse, and it was named Peggy. Well, of course, he's got a daughter named Margaret, so you can try to alibi that away. Peggy's a nickname for Margaret. Isn't it ironic, though, that she's so into horses, and that's her favorite horse from way back then, Peggy. And then my father comes along. He's King 36. They take him down, the plot to take down King Edward VIII. They only told a part of it, and the truth. But they did at least tell a touch of it. His own brother, George VI, the movie made, making him out the good guy, total lies, friggin' lies. Elizabeth, oh my God, they bow down to this woman? How sick can it get? It should be outrage all over the world instead of showing her with heads of states all over the world. And she's queen of the world? Well, I don't know. God save the queen. That's all I can say right now. And she ain't the queen. Now, my phone went off. I got my phone back on. I can't get back on Facebook. All because I went to a video about Meghan and Charles, and it wouldn't work. That's when my phone went off. I finally got it back on a little bit. I went to timeline to Horses and Hounds about this, what I've just told you about. It's quite odd that later her father has given her this horse way back then prior to the takedown, and he helped with my father and then helped kidnap me. Is this some friggin' joke, all of it, where they can do anything, get away with it, that they put me over in Moulton, Alabama, took my name, gave me the name of Peggy, a twin. I mean, it gets into so sick. Both twins, Peggy and Carl, were killed by their mother. They were born out of wedlock. Lina Dempsey, and that family covered it up. She would have faced the death penalty. And it gets bizarre. But anyway, my name is Margaret Ann Windsor. I'm heir to the British Crown the minute I was born, and Victoria II, because of addendums my father never meant to leave. He had papers that they've put an imposter in, and everybody's fallen for it, that married Wallace. And I may be going out here, and I'm so sick I can hardly. I have an autoimmune disorder, and I can't be enclosed in close quarters and inhaling toxic fumes, and that's what's gone on. I'm just about dead. My immune system's so low. And you people think that I'm free to go and do as I please. No, I'm not. I can't get a passport. If I did, what would I do? Step off in England and say, hey, I'm Margaret Ann Windsor. What do you think would happen to me? It's such a friggin' mess, and my sons, I pray, that's the one thing that's kept me living, for God's sake. They're heirs after me, so they're the target. Now, then, the very fact, what I'm saying about this article that just knocked my phone off, can't get back on Facebook now. I mean, isn't it ironic that just certain things knocked my phone off and knocked me off of Facebook? So Mark Zuckerman, or whatever his name is, they've slaughtered my name, so forgive me here. His was supposed to have been hacked. Well, I wonder if it was really hacked or that was to make it look good. So I bet you they take me off now. They don't want the truth told. It's been told. Anyway, where am I now? Rambling, I guess, trying to. Anyway, the thing about it, is it a sick joke that Elizabeth's father in that family, her mother was a Rothschild who's controls the world banks. How did he get it? They stole it from my dad and from. I can't believe all the Windsors went along with this. I know that away from the immediate Windsors, they were there and helped save my life. They did. And some of the Germans and some Americans. I don't want to exclude the Americans that helped me and that are still trying to help me, even though it must be an impossible task at times. It makes it look like I'm able to go on YouTube and Facebook. Well, that's it. So people will know, well, why that? So you can't be a hostage. They're taking the negative to everything rather than what's wrong with this whole picture. So this thing with Peggy, him giving her the horse, Elizabeth, and he is illegal monarch. Helps take his brother down and kidnap me along with Illuminati, so they make him king, the Illuminati does. So the heck with the monarchy, the way it's supposed to be passed down. You just assassinate the real king, kidnap his daughter that's the monarch the day she's born, because the papers he took care of to ensure his lineage was kept intact. He meant to come back. They forced him out. Now, I want to try to finish this now. The fact that the horse was given to her on her 4th birthday, and then later her father takes down his own brother, helps, becomes the illegal monarch. She's the illegal queen. I'm kidnapped and taken to Moulton, Alabama, where they give me the name of Peggy Dempsey, who's a twin, and illegal. They called it illegitimate back then, birth, because Lina had them out of wedlock. Well, she was a sociopath, a psychopath, and she killed them. The trouble is, Peggy was killed a week or 2 weeks prior to me being dropped off there at Cortland Air Base. I didn't swim across the pond. They flew me in there, I'm assuming, because that was just completed, that airbase, about that time. So I grew up in horrific, horrible conditions. things done to me in all my life. I didn't know why the horror things were happening to me. Now I do, and to my children, because of my name, because who committed the crime. And now then, I'm trying to look at this on Facebook again. For one thing, because I couldn't, when I finally got back into Facebook after trying to get YouTube and view the video. So whatever it is, it's about Harry and Meghan, it's video. I didn't get to see it. And I don't even know the name now if I could get back to it. And then I flip over because the phone went off about 3 times when I tried to revisit the Hound and the Horses about Elizabeth's favorite horse named Peggy. Is this a sick joke with that family, Elizabeth and her father and mother, to do this to me, to my children, to my father and mother? To put me over there and replace the real Peggy Dempsey with me. My name's Margaret. What kind of a sick joke is it?